So yesterday we have seen different ways installation of Jenkins, as well as in different machines also we have installed the Jenkins. Okay, so I have login into Jenkins from the Amazon Linux machine. Okay, so here the default I created yesterday the credentials for Jenkins admin and admin. So this is a default dashboard, okay, that you are seeing in the real time also. Mostly you are able to see this dashboard, default dashboard, but later you can add so many plugins to this uh, existing Jenkins. So meanwhile, I'll explain each and every part here. Okay. So, but out of all the tools here, what you are seeing in the dashboard, so mostly we are working with the new item, that's the first one. So where we are creating the job or pipeline. So mostly we are creating the jobs or pipelines with the help of Jenkins. With the help of Jenkins, we are creating the jobs or pipeline. What is the difference between job and pipeline? So job and pipeline is nothing but, so jobs are nothing but you are giving the complete information about the tools. That is, you are giving the GitHub URL and you are giving the Maven commands and you are giving the Tomcat URL and everything. You are giving the tools. Okay, you are working with the tools here in the job section. But whereas in the pipelines, you are writing the scripts. Okay, with the help of the scripts, you are working. Okay, a final objective is to get the output. Okay, to get the output, that is a final objective. So we can perform the same task by using jobs as well as creating the pipelines. Okay, I'll show the both cases. So before going to this, so the jobs or pipelines both can be created here itself. So in the new item, so here you can give the name and here you can see the number of type of projects here. So freestyle project, freestyle project. So mostly for jobs section, we are using the freestyle project or Maven type project also we are using. Okay. So for jobs section, the jobs can be created. So jobs are nothing but a project that can be created by using freestyle project or Maven. So Maven project. But here by default, you can see only freestyle project. There is no Maven project. So that Maven project that can be here visible when you install the plugin. Okay. Whenever you install the plugin, then you can able to see the Maven plugin here. Okay. So here one more option called pipeline. Okay. So with the help of this pipeline, you can create the pipeline based project. So there you can give the script. Okay. Instead of job section, you are just giving the script here. Okay, so I'll explain about these things later. So first thing is you need to know about the new item, and second one, manage Jenkins. So if you know these two things, that is enough. No need to learn about the remaining things. Okay, so manage Jenkins. This is the main part. Nothing but settings. Settings of the Jenkins. So if you click on the manage Jenkins, so you can see so many configurations here. Okay, so like system configuration. So next is security. Next is status information. So next is troubleshooting. So next, tools and actions. So we have these type of parts which are there in the Jenkins dashboard in the manage sections. Okay, so now we will discuss one by one here. So first one, configure system. So there are two types of things you are giving here in the manage Jenkins section. One is server related content, server related information, server related information. Other one is tool related information. Okay, so any server related information that you are giving in the configure system. Okay, any server related information you can give in the in the configure system. Configure system. So this will contain the server related information. That means, for example, if you want to work with the GitHub, okay, you need to give the GitHub server related information. Or if you want to work with the some Sonar Cube server. Okay, so the corresponding details here you can give. Okay, or if you want to work with any Nexus, so you can give the Nexus related information in the configure system. That means any server related information here you can give in the configure system. Next, tool related information. So tool related information that you can give in the global tool in configuration. Okay, global tool configuration. So here you can give the tool related information. That means if you want to install the Git, so Git related information or Maven, okay, Tomcat. So like that, any tool based information you can give in the global tool configuration. Okay, so first I'll explain about these two things. So click on the configure system. So if you click on the configure system, so first it is showing the home directory. That means where the Jenkins is installed. Where the Jenkins is installed. It is showing the path of Jenkins installation. So /var/lib Jenkins. Okay. So next the system message. So it is not required. So just for information about the Jenkins one. So next one, number of executors. So here the meaning of this is the number of builds which are running currently. Okay, then it will display the number of builds which are running currently. So if you see here at the bottom, so build executor status is there. Currently, there are two number is there. So 1, 2. So because of this 2, so here that 2 jobs will be coming to picture. Currently, there is no job is running, therefore it is showing ideal state. For example, if you change it to number 3 and just apply, so see here you can see number 3 jobs which is showing. That means it is showing the number of jobs which are running actively. Okay, it is showing the jobs which are running actively. That is the information, that is the meaning of this number of executors. So next, labels. So this is very, very important topic. So when we go to the master node concept, you can understand this. Okay, what is meant by label? So label means, okay, you need to give the name of the label. Okay, by default we have one master and slaves. Okay, so I'll explain that concept so they can understand. But whatever the name, node name you are passing, that is called as label. That label name you need to pass here. Okay, so remember this. We will work this with in future. So next usage. So use this node as much as possible. So this is the default option. So quiet period. So the meaning of quiet period here it is. So the gap between the jobs. That means not all the jobs are executing at a time. So there is a gap between the job to job execution. That is 5 seconds. Okay, there is a gap between job to job as 5 seconds. That is called as quiet period. So here also, if you click here, you can get the information about this. Okay, so with this non-zero, so newly triggered builds of the project will be added to the queue, but Jenkins will wait for the specified period of time in seconds before actually starting the build. Okay, so only one by one jobs will be executed. So the gap between the job 1 and job 2 is 5 seconds. Okay, so here if you need a description, you can get the idea. So next, this is not required. All these are default options. Now Jenkins location. So this is a default URL of Jenkins. So remember this very, very important. Okay, whenever you restart the machine. Okay, remember whenever you restart the machine. So see here, I have restarted the machine. So IP is changed. Okay, new IP I got. Okay, I got new IP, but still if you see here, it is showing the old URL. It is showing the old URL. Therefore, you need to update the new URL. But in the real time, so you are not able to face this issue because in the real time IP is fixed. Okay, there you have a static IP in the real time. You don't have any dynamic IP in the real time. Okay, if you have any facing error in the Jenkins, so probably you can check this part also. Okay, the Jenkins URL that may be changed. So here Jenkins is running on the port 10,001 and with this IP. If I stop the machine and restart the machine, the IP will be changed again. So you need to update the IP here in the Jenkins location. Okay. Next, these are the default parts only. So no need to check this one. So timestamp, fingerprints. So see here. Here you can give the server. I already told you. So currently you are in the configure system, configure server information. Okay, currently you are in the configure system information. So here you can give the server related information like GitHub or SonarQube or Nexus or okay SMTP. Okay, likewise you can give the any server information here. So that server information here you can give at the bottom. Okay, so see here, here we have a GitHub. If you have any GitHub server, simply you can add the server. Okay, so this part also we will work in future. Okay, I'll explain again at the time. Okay, so all the server related information here you can add. So next, so SMTP server. So if you have any SMTP details, so what is the use of this SMTP means? So you will get notifications. If you provide the email, so you will get the notifications. So extended email notification. So if you provide the SMTP server details, then you can get the notifications for each and every activity of Jenkins. Okay, like this, we can add the, so here also SMTP server email notification. Here also you can give. Okay, I'll explain this part also at the time of Jenkins jobs. Okay, so likewise here you can give, but here some of the tools are not added here. Here you are by default you are able to see GitHub only. Okay, and you are able to see SMTP. Why? For example, if I want to see the SonarQube server, okay, so but here it is not available. So if any plugin, sorry, any if any service is not missing here, so simply you need to add the corresponding plugin. Okay, simply you need to add the corresponding plugin. If the tool is not available, okay, just go to the plugins, add the corresponding plugin. For example, if Maven is not there, just go to the plugins, add the Maven plugin. So plugins is very important. Okay, whatever the tool you want to work, just add the corresponding plugin. So by installation of Jenkins at starting, you are seeing one page that is install plugins or choose the plugins. We are getting one option right at the starting. So by the time if you are giving install plugins, so it will install some default plugins. Okay, so or if you have a choice of selecting the plugins that you require. But if some plugins are not there, so just go to the manage plugins and you can install the plugins. Okay, that part also I'll show here. So this is about the first part, the first setting in the manage Jenkins, that is configure system. Currently, I'm just leaving this part. So here, all the server related information you can view in the configure system. So see here in the manage plugins, you can see the options. So if any tool is missing, okay, simply you can add the tool from the manage plugins. But before going to this one, I'll explain about the global tool information. So all the tool based configuration here you can view. Tool based configuration here you can view. So in the tool based configuration, so see here by default Maven configuration is there. Okay, you can use the default settings. Okay, so JDK, so Java. Okay, if you have any existing Java path in your local machine, that means if you are installed Java in the machine, simply you can give the path. Okay, here you can give the path. So you can also install Java automatically. Okay, so there are two ways of installation of Java. One is by installing the Java manually in the local with the command sudo yum install java -y. With that command, Java is installed in the machine. Or in the Jenkins also, here you can choose this option, install automatically, and check the version. Whatever the version you require, just check the version. So just I agree. So just click on, just apply and save. So Java will be installed automatically. So same thing for Maven also. Okay. So currently I'm deleting this one. Okay. So here you can see the Git option also. If you have any Git in your local, so just Git the, so give the Git version here, the name of the Git here, and the path of Git executable. So if you have in your local already Git is installed, so just give the path. Okay, where the Git is installed, so give the path of Git is installed. Or you can also choose the option install automatically. Here you can choose the version. Okay, here you can choose the version, or you can give the this one extract a zip or tar file. Here you can give. Okay, or you can run the batch command, or you can run the shell command. Okay, so in both ways, either manually or automatically, you can install the tools. So Gradle, if you're working with the Gradle, so just add the Gradle tool. So if you're working with the AND, so just give the add AND. If you're working with the Maven, so just click on add Maven. So choose the version. Okay, so give the name. So give the name of the version. So just apply and save. So Maven will be installed automatically. So in this way, we are working with the tools in the real time. And if any tool is missing, okay, if any tool is missing, simply go to the manage plugins, and here you can see the options, updates, available, installed, advanced. So four options, four tabs will be there. Here in the update section, that means already some tools are installed locally, the Jenkins. So they have the updates. So just click on update. So then you can get the new update for that new version. So see here, installed version is 2.6.1. Now the new version is 2.6.2. So new version is available. So you can do the update. Okay, now available. So available means total, if you see, total 1,000 plus plugins are available here. Okay, in the Jenkins, total 1,000 plus plugins are available. So here you can search the plugin. For example, if I want to search with any plugin, say Maven. So see here, you can see the Maven integration. Just to select this. Okay, select this, install without restart. So you need to choose this option. If you select the with restart, Jenkins will be restarted. That will be time taking. So that's why install without restart is the option you need to select. So just click on here. So see, this will be installed automatically. Okay. So it is checking for connectivities, and then so see, it is installed the plugin. So plugin is installed. So now go back to the top page. So the manage Jenkins and the plugins. Now in the available section, you can search for the package. For example, if you want to search for any Sonar Cube, so see Sonar Cube scanner is there. You can add this package. Or if you want to work with the Nexus. Okay. So here you can see Nexus artifact uploader is there. You can use this package. Okay, plugin. Or if you want to work with the Docker. So see here you can have the Docker tool, Docker plugin is there. You can add the plugin to this Jenkins. So likewise, here you can see all the available plugins in the available tab. So next, installed means here, what are the plugins that are installed? So it will be under this installed tab. Okay, all these are installed plugins to the Jenkins. Now advanced. So advanced means you need to give any, for example, if there is no plugin which is available under this available section, so go to the advanced. So here just download the plugin from the internet, just choose the plugin and upload the plugin. So that will be available here. Now you can install the plugin. So there is also option will be there here. Understood? So this is about the plugin manager. So if you understand these three, so you can easily work with the Jenkins. So mostly we are working with configure system, okay, global tool configuration, manage plugins, mostly. Any doubts in the three sections? Any server related information, server related configurations can be made under configure system. Any tool based configurations are there, you can give under the global tool configuration. Any plugins, so you can install by using the manage plugins. Any doubts in the three sections? Clear, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, right. So next one, manage node and clouds. So this is very important in the real time. So why this? This is also called as master node concept. This is also called as master node concept. I already told you this master node concept. So what is meant by master node concept? So why this is used? For example, we have one machine is there. Okay, you have launched one machine. So in this machine, so we have installed Git. Before that, we have installed Java. We have installed Git. We have installed Maven. We have installed HTTPD. We have installed Nginx. We have installed Tomcat. We have installed Jenkins. With a free tier machine, you are getting only 1 GB of RAM, right? So with that 1 GB of RAM, if you install these many tools, so what happened? Obviously, the system will be handled. The instance will be go down. It will be not available. Okay, the instance which is not running even two applications. If you run Tomcat and Jenkins in a single machine, the machine will be hanged. You need to restart the machine. We need to restart the machine. Then only the two applications will work. Again, after some time, because of the RAM utilization, okay, because of the RAM utilization, so what happened? The applications will be go down. So that's why. So in real time, what we are doing means, so each and every application that will be under different machines. Okay. So, but mostly in the real time, they are choosing the instead of going for the multiple machines of small category, they are choosing the big machine with high configuration. Okay, they are choosing the machine which is having high configuration. So that is in the real time will do. But if you are choosing the machine which is having low configuration and you are installed the multiple applications, so then what happened? The applications will go down. For that, what you are doing, so you need to configure multiple machines. You need to configure multiple machines, and each and every machine you need to install okay separate soft application. Okay, for example, okay, in the first machine, I have installed Git. The second machine, okay, I have installed Maven. And the third machine, I have installed, okay, let's say Tomcat. Okay, in the fourth machine, I have installed. Now, what happened? Each and every machine is running with a single service. So then each and every machine running with sufficient memory of RAM and CPU. So therefore, there is no hang. Okay, there is no machine which is going hang, right? So for that, for to run each and every machine and to establish the connectivity between these two machines, because Git is installed in one machine. Okay, so we know that in the GitHub we have the code is there. Okay, developers code is there. So we need to call the code okay from the Git repository, and with the help of Maven commands only we are executing the that code. Therefore, we need so the Maven commands require the GitHub repository URL. And next, once the Maven is commands are running, so we are deploying the package. We are creating the package. Okay, once the package is ready, so that package should be deployed in the Tomcat. Okay, so to automate these three steps, we are using Jenkins. Therefore, all these are interdependent. So therefore, what we are doing, we are running the each and every tool in the separate machine, and we are calling them by the names. Called, let's say this is a master. So Git is running in a machine called as master. So say next Maven, let us the slave is one. It is a slave one. So say Tomcat is slave two. Not only the slave, you can give any name. It's not a problem. So say slave three. Slave 3. Likewise, you can give the names to each and every machine. So these are called as labels. These are called as labels. I already told you previously. So you need to give the names of these labels in the in the manage Jenkins configure system. In the configure system, here you need to give the labels. Okay, here you need to give the labels. Okay, so once again I'll show explain about this part. So hope you understood, right? What is meant by master node concept? Again, I will explain in detail about how we are working with this master node concept again with an example to understand clearly. But currently I'm explaining the settings first. Each and every setting you need to understand. I'm just explaining theoretically. Later I'll show the demo. Understood, right? Why we are using this one? So here, when you click on this manage nodes and clouds, here by default it is showing one master. That means this Jenkins is running under this master. So here, what is meant by the slave one, slave two, slave three here? So here, the slave one in these are all these three are machines. All four are machines. Okay, but Jenkins is installed only in the slave 3. Jenkins is installed only in slave 3. I want to run the Jenkins in all the machines because I need to integrate each and every tool. For that purpose, I want to integrate the Jenkins. Okay, because why? Because in Jenkins, so see here in the global tool, while executing the job, you can get a clear idea. So here in the new item, so for example, I'm just giving a new job, the freestyle project. So click on OK. So see here, you are seeing, you are able to see Maven project now. So previously it is not there because we have installed the Maven plugin. That's why it is showing. Now see here, we have so many options. I'll explain each and every option here. So here by default, we have the Git option is there. Okay, because Git plugin is installed. So here you are giving you are cloning the Git repo here. Here, just listen carefully. We have 4 instances. I want to run each and every tool, okay, not locally, but using Jenkins. That means first you want to log in into the first machine. You need to log in into the first machine. You need to install Jenkins. You need to, and there I'm executing the Git. I'm executing the Git commands. And in the second machine, I'm logging into the second machine, and again here also I need to install the Jenkins. Okay, here I need to install the Maven. I need to execute the Maven commands. And again in the third machine, I need to log in, and again I need to install Jenkins, and again I need to install the Tomcat for deployment. So that means here, if you observe, I'm repeating the one process, Jenkins. Okay, so installation of Jenkins is somewhat typical and it is time-taking process. So instead of repeating this process, I'm running the Jenkins in one machine. So that machine is called as master default machine, that is called as master. The master machine Jenkins is running. There I'm executing the Git commands. And in the other machines also I'm installing the Jenkins. Okay, not by the traditional method. Okay, not by the old method. So just taking the repo sudo yum install, because I don't want to log in into the machine and I don't want to install the Jenkins manually. So for that, what I am doing, so here itself, I'm creating a new node. Here itself, I'm creating a new node. So give the name, node name. Okay, so I'll explain this part again. Again, we can understand clearly. So the main objective of the Maven job, sorry, this master node concept is so to run the multiple applications. Okay, so without hanging. Okay, without down. Okay, so if you run all the applications in a single machine, so what happened? The machine will down. Okay, machine will down. So you are not able to access any single application. That's why in the real time, so what we are doing, so mostly we are running the different applications in different machines. So for that application, we are using the master node concept. Clear? Any doubts in the managed nodes and clouds? I'll explain again this topic with an example. Now coming to the security. Okay, so till now we have seen the system configuration. Now it is security. So for it is very, very important. So because Jenkins is a CI/CD tool, okay, there you are performing all the tasks. In the Jenkins itself, you are cloning the code. In the Jenkins itself, you are executing the Maven commands. In the Jenkins itself, you are testing the code, testing the package, and you are deploying the package, and you are accessing the application. So you are doing all the steps in a single place. That's why so Jenkins is main tool. So for such Jenkins, you must provide the security, very high security you need to provide. Otherwise, anybody can hack this machine. Otherwise, anybody can hack this machine. That's why security is very, very important for this Jenkins machine. Okay, so see here you can see number of options. Okay, I'll explain one by one. So first here, configure global security. So you see that configure global security is very important in the real time. So there you are seeing the two options. One is authentication, second one authorization. Okay, two options are very important. Authentication, authorization, so authentication and authorization. So authentication means, what is the meaning of authentication? Authentication means identification. Okay, so which user? Okay, so which user are accessing the application? Which user are accessing the application, this Jenkins machine? So that is, for that you need to give the authentication. So authorization means, so what is the role? Okay, what is the authorization? That is, you need to provide the access. You need to provide the access. So these two are very, very important, and in the real time you must aware of these two things. One is authentication means, so providing the identification. So which user is able to connect with the this Jenkins machine? Which users are able to access this Jenkins? Authorization means access. The user have which roles to provide the authorization. So see here. So if you don't want the authentication, so simply click on this one, disable remember me. So you don't get this one. And here in the options, so Jenkins own user database. So here, whenever you use this, you are already created one user. Okay, at the starting of Jenkins setup, you already created one user, that is admin user you have created. Only that particular user can able to access this Jenkins. Okay, Jenkins own user database. That means Jenkins has user database. In the database, it will show the list of users. So I'll show that database, user database. If you log in into the machine,
Sir, in the real time, the IP will be static. So, like, is it due to elastic IP or what, sir?
Yes, Elastic IP they are using. Okay, so here Jenkins installation path is so cd slash where slash lib Jenkins. This is the installation path of Jenkins. So you can see the installation path here, here also in the manage Jenkins. So slash where slash lib Jenkins. This is a home directory. So here if you type LL, you can see the number of options. So here plugins. So whatever the plugins you are installed in the Jenkins, you can see here. So if you move into the plugins, so do LL. So see all these are the list of plugins that you are installed by default or after installation of Jenkins. So currently you are installed Maven, right? So just see the plugin of Maven. So see Maven plugin that is installed here. So all the plugins which are available under the plugins folder. Okay, so next the secret key. So while installation of Jenkins, it is asking for one secret key. That secret key is available under this secret key section. So we just cat secret key. So see, this is a secret key you need to pass at the time of installation. Okay, so this is a secret key. And next in the secrets, so secrets also you can see. So permission is not denied. So just sudo right secrets. Here you can see. Let us do one thing. We'll give the login as a root user. You can able to see the files. So here I'm design cd slash where slash lib. Here I'm able to see these same things. CD secrets now. Here I'm now see here. These are about the secret section. So the master key, mostly this is not used in the real time. The secret key which is available for login, here you can see it. Next, in the user section. So one more is in the user section. The list of users you can see here. So see here, I already created one user at the time of installation. Therefore, this admin I am able to see here. If you move into the admin user, you can see the settings of this configuration file of this admin user. Okay, so if you install some more plugins or some more settings in the future, you can see some more folders here in the Jenkins section. The part we will see. So currently we are working with users, right? So Jenkins own user database. That own user database is available under users section. In the users section, you can see the users database. So if you want to use this, if you select this one, only the users under the Jenkins own user database only can access this Jenkins dashboard. Okay. So next one, LDAP. So this is very, very important in the real time. Mostly this is using. Okay, in the real time, mostly they are using the LDAP. LDAP means lightweight directory. So lightweight directory protocol access. That's the thing. So here this will contain the user information. So here, if you don't want to disclose the user's details in the Jenkins folder, the user's data can be called from this LDAP, activity protocol. Lightweight directory activity protocol. So from this is contains the user's information. Okay, it will contain the user's information. So whenever you are joined in an organization, so we have separate team is there for LDAP section. They will give the credentials to you. They will provide the username. They will provide the password to you. So that means generally this LDAP team will give the credentials, and this LDAP team will contain the list of users. Okay, list of users. Only those users, if you want to give that information, you can give the details of the LDAP server details here. So then the users which are under this server, LDAP server, can be able to access this Jenkins. So in the real time, mostly we are using this one. So LDAP, so this name LDAP, this is called as, this is used in the Linux machines. Okay, Linux machines we are using the name with the name LDAP. In the Windows machines we have the name as AD. AD means Active Directory. Directory, it will contain the list of users. Users information it will contain. So this is about LDAP. So next one more option. So see here, Unix user or group database. That means if the Linux machine has the users, okay. So here this is machine, right? Amazon Linux machine is there. So if I create a number of users in this Linux instance, so you can if you select here, you select this option, Unix user or group database. So then here the Linux users can able to access the Jenkins. Okay. If you select the none, so nobody. Okay, no option. Anybody can access this one. Okay, anybody can access this Jenkins. Understood. This is very, very important. Authentication. Authentication means identification. That means, so all these are the steps, the way of users providing, users information that is providing in, but in the real time, remember, only LDAP is okay used. But for our testing purpose, I'm just using the Jenkins own user database. Okay, I'm currently giving the access to only the Jenkins user admin. I have given the name as admin, so I'm just using with the name. Understood about this authentication? Any doubts here? It's simple, nothing but the different ways of providing the users details. Which users are able to access the Jenkins, you can give under this authentication. And next one, authorization. So authorization means access, providing the access to the users. Okay, because in real time we have so many users are there. So say developers will be there. Okay, so testers will be there. Okay, and DevOps engineer will be there. Okay, some other miscellaneous staff will be there. Okay, so if all are using the Jenkins, okay, if all are using the Jenkins, but all should not be provided with the same permissions. Okay, if developer can do the this deployment, so what is the use of the DevOps engineer? Okay, if the developers are doing the testing, so what is the role of testers? If DevOps engineer writing the code and doing the testing, so what is the use of these two things? Every person has to its their own duties. Developers will just they write the code. Their function is to write the code. Testers are just doing the package testing. DevOps engineers are nothing but so they need to deploy the package and make sure the package should working 24/7. Okay, some other staff, networking staff will be there. So they need to establish the communications like that. So each and every staff has their own duties. That's why if all are accessing the this same Jenkins, so there will be some misusage will be there. Therefore, for that, what we need to provide the authorization for that. For that, we need to provide authorization. Okay, so see here, for that we have so many options here. So first, anyone can do anything. That means if you select this option, anyone can do anything. Okay, so DevOps engineer can do. Okay, developers can take the code, can execute the Maven commands, can deploy the code. Okay, so so they push the code to artifactories like that. Everything developers only can do. So likewise, so we need to provide the proper role to each and every person. So that's why in real time you should not give this option. Anyone can anything. You should not supposed to give this one. Next one in the legacy mode. So legacy mode means only the users. Okay, specific users will be there. So in the legacy mode, so only the people. So if you select the here, click on this one. Here you can get the information about this one. Only admin user. Okay, whatever the user, admin user can only access the Jenkins. Only the admin user can able to access the Jenkins. So the other users are not able to access the Jenkins. So see here, if you see the description here, if you have admin role, you will be granted to full control over the system. Otherwise, you will have only read access. Okay, only admin can have the full access. The remaining users are have only read access. They can't do any deployments. Okay, they can't create any job. They can't stop any job. Okay, they simply watch. Okay, they simply monitor the processes what are running. Okay, so that is the legacy mode. Next one, so logged in users can do anything. The name itself clearly indicating. So any person who is logged in this Jenkins dashboard, the Jenkins user can do anything. So the difference between legacy mode and login users is in the legacy mode, only the users which are having the admin privileges. Okay, the users which are having the admin privileges, then they only can have the full control. They can create the job, they can stop the job. Okay, they can do anything. But here, logged in users can do anything means any user can do anything. The logged user. Okay, here the difference between the first one and third one. What's the difference between the first one and third one? Anyone can do anything means here anyone can do anything means there is no need to log in into the Jenkins console. Okay, there is no need to log in with the Jenkins console. Okay, so without Jenkins, for example, if I select this one, okay, I have selected this option and just apply and save. So I'm just doing a logout. So see here, if, even though I have logged out, okay, because of the option that is selected, anyone can do anything. So this is open to all. Okay, any person can execute the job. Okay, any person can delete the job. Any person can change the settings of the job. That means this is not advantageous. Okay, this is some hacking also will be done. That's why in the real time you should not suppose to give that option. So admin now manage Jenkins here in the configure global security. Here I'm changing this option to legacy mode. Then only now see here in the legacy mode I have changed. So here in the admin, you see here just moving. So here admin don't have the full. Just a moment. moment. Here some thing that was happening. Just a moment, I'll restart this question. Secret section. Okay, the So this is a very important interview question also, the process what I am doing now. Okay, and that's what I'll explain. So what is the question here? It is, if you lost the password of Jenkins, okay, if you lost the password of Jenkins, so what you need to do? It is a question. So if you lost the password of Jenkins, so first you need to edit the config file. So because you are not able to log in into the Jenkins dashboard. So for that, what you are doing, just you are logging into the machine. Okay, you are logging into the machine, and what you did, you just edit the config file. You have edit this config file, Jenkins config file. So what you done the changes here. So here in this config file, you need to make the security as false. Okay, here you need to make the security as false, because by default security will be true. Then only Jenkins is not available to the global. Okay, nobody can hack the machine. But if you lost the password, so what you need to do? First, you need to make this security to default as false. Make this as false. Save it. So since you done the changes to config file, you need to restart the service. Therefore, sudo service Jenkins restart. This is the second step you need to do. So after the Jenkins is restarted, so log in with the console. Okay, log in into the Jenkins console. Log in into the Jenkins console. Now you are able to see this page. Now you are able to see this dashboard page. But if you see, this dashboard page is don't have any users. Okay, no users are there here, but this is open to all. Anybody can hack this machine. For this, you need to create the admin account. For this, first you need to create the admin account. Okay, so for that, so go to the manage Jenkins. So see here you can see the options. Users, this is users. So here, the bottom is to create the users, manage credentials, click on the people. Then you are able to see an option, create users. You are able to see the option is there. Yeah, you need to select this option because by default you are not getting that page. So you need to go to this configure global security. So allow users to sign up. So Jenkins own user database. Apply, save. Now you are able to see the sign up option. So previously you are not able to see that option. So now see here you are able to see the manage users option also there. Okay. So now here click on the sign up. Now you can view the details here. Okay, I'm giving the admin. Admin 123@gmail.com. So I'm giving the password. Create account. We already taken, so I'm taking the admin 123 as the name. So now I'm going to this manage Jenkins. In the manage users, you see, so admin 123, admin is the user, default user. Okay, just click on here, configure. So the details of that admin. So admin 123 is the other user. Okay, change the name here itself. So let me change the name here. Say Ramu. Changing the name to Ramu. Right. Now here I have two options, two users. One is admin, another one is Ramu. Okay. So now in the manage Jenkins section, again I'm going to this. I'm just logging with the Ramu. So Ramu don't have the permissions. Okay, Ramu don't have any this what we can call this user permission. Admin privileges are not there for Ramu. Only admin account have the admin privileges. So that's why I'm just able to log in with the admin account. See, I'm able to see all the options because admin user have the default admin rights. Okay, admin user have the default admin rights. Therefore, here in the manage sections, the manage users. Okay, now we have the two users. So admin 123. Here I have to change the name as Ramu. Here we will change the password even. Here we will change the email. Okay, so I'm creating this row. Currently, we are in the configure global settings. Now I'm just deselecting this option. I'm currently selecting this. Currently, I'm selecting this none, and anyone can do anything, right? So anyone can do means. So even though I log out, some other users, my Jenkins is open to all. That's why I'm just selecting the legacy mode. Okay, here I'm selecting the this authentication as none. So click on apply and save. So it is showing admin is missing the overall permissions. Okay. Okay. Admin. I can restart the Jenkins from here itself. Once again, I'll do this part. The use security to starting the Jenkins. This is restarted. Try to log in with this. Here there is no login option or sign up option. So for that, I need to go to the manage Jenkins, the global security. Why I'm getting this error, I'll explain just now. Here I'm selecting this authentication as none, and anyone I need to change here. But before that, I need to create one user. So for that, here yellow users to sign up. Okay. So here also I'm changing this to legacy mode. So click on apply. Okay. Anyone can click this here. Close this. Save. Okay. Here create an account. This option. So here now here I have login with the account Ramu. So then just sign up and create the admin account. Okay. This user is already here. So, this is the most typical part, but the remaining options will be only no problem. But in real time, so this part uh, is not performed by you. Already one person will be there, so they will take care about this one. Security. Finally, I'm back onto this admin console. Let us do one thing. Here are manage users. Okay. So I'm not able to delete these things because okay, here I have this user. And then manage Jenkins, manage users. I'm deleting this user also because I'm the admin user. I can delete this one. Now currently I have only one user with the name admin. So here you can create the user with name. The name Raju. And I'm creating one more user. Say Ravi. Now I have three users. So just go back to the dashboard. So for the three users, I want to give the permissions. Okay, so for this, the manage Jenkins itself. Okay, in the global security, first I'm just selecting this one, none, security realm or okay. No users can disabling this option. Jenkins own users database. But before that, so just for selecting this one here, I'm just explaining quickly about these authorization point. So I already told you about anyone can do anything. So anybody can log in into this without login also they can perform the operations. When I log out, you already seen right, anybody can do anything. So legacy mode means only admin users can able to log in into the machine that is Jenkins and can able to perform the operations. So login users can do anything means only the users which are logged in. So currently I have three users. Okay. So say admin, Ravi and Raju. Three users are there, so they can perform any tasks. So next matrix based security means here I need to add the users. Okay, for example, here I'm adding the user. I have three users are there. One is admin, and I'm adding one more user. Say Ravi. I'm adding one more user. Say Raju. So give the controls. Give the full permissions. If you select, if you see the options here overall. So credentials, agent, so job, run, view. So just select the, if you click on here, so admin, it will have the overall permissions. Okay, by default, admin have all the overall permissions. So for the Ravi, you can select a few permissions. Say, okay, he can able to create the, view the credentials, update the credentials, delete the credentials, or create the credentials. Like that, he can manage. Okay, or he can create the job. So see here the options which are related to job. So he can build the job, he can cancel the job, he can configure the job, he can create the job, delete. So like that, we have job related options are there. So here run related options are there. So he can update, so replay, delete. Okay, so view options are there. So SCM, so source code management options are there. So likewise, we have each and every options that should be assigned to some other persons. If you select Ravi to this overall, so Ravi also will become the admin. But I don't want to give the full access to Ravi. I want to give only job access, or I want to give only read access. When I give the overall read access, he won't perform any other task, but he can read. That means he can only watch. He can only monitor the things. Okay, he cannot do deployments. He cannot create anything. Okay, so for Raju, if you give this one, so say job. So here he can able to build the job. Let us check. I'm checking this one job. Okay, I'm just giving the options related to job. So depending on the users, okay, we need to give the corresponding role. Okay, so that is matrix based security. Okay, just click on apply and save. So I'll explain this specific sensitive part later. Okay, explain on top of it. So just in the matrix-based security, just we have seen, right? So just here and we are creating the users, we are adding the users, and we are giving the permissions. Okay, that is one level of security that we are giving. That means only the particular users can have the access. That is the matrix-based security. And we have one more thing. So project-based security. Project-based matrix authorization strategy means here we are giving the same thing, same as matrix-based security, but the difference is in the project level. Okay, in the project level, because some people are working in single project. Only those people can able to access the project. So the other project should not touch. So for that, in the project level security, so we can give this type of options. But in the real time, so no such options are used. Okay, no these options are used in the real time. So anyone legacy mode, logged in, matrix based, project based. Why? Because we have some drawbacks of these methods. Okay, so because anyone can do, that is also drawback. Legacy mode means only admin can able to access, the other users are not able to perform the tasks. Okay, that is also drawback. So logged in users can do anything means there is no security. Okay, because we don't know which user can perform which task, that is also unknown. That is why this is also not secure. Okay, so next matrix based security. So that is also that is somewhat secure, but entire all the projects can have the access. For example, if I add any user to this matrix based security, so anybody can access any project. So there is no limitation. So that is also not secure in the project level. So in the project based matrix authorization, so we have some security level is achieved somewhat. But for example, if in a project, say 5 people are there, okay, 5 people are there, so you can easily give, you can easily add the 5 users. Okay, you can easily add the 5 users, and you can easily give the five any roles or any permissions you can give for the 5 users. But if the projects are having say 100 people or 1,000 people, okay, if 100 people are working on a single project, then is it possible to add 100 users at a time? It is difficult, right? You need to add the all 100 people users and 100 users you need to add here, and you need to select the options. Okay, so and so users are only able to perform these jobs. So users can perform only these run tasks. Only some people are can only view option. Some people are having admin rights, and some people are having only read options. It is very difficult to give the permissions for such users. So that's why, so all these options which are having the drawbacks are there. So that's why in the real time we are using the other option called role based authorization. Okay, we have the option called role based authorization. So what is this option can do? So here we are first creating the roles. Okay, first we are creating the roles. Roles means, for example, developer. So developer can perform only developer related roles. Okay, next we are creating one more role called tester. So tester can perform only test level rules. That is actions. Or next DevOps is one role. So the DevOps engineers can perform only DevOps related tasks. So if the people is belong to DevOps engineer, so simply we can add the user to DevOps role. Then what happened? All the access that is related to DevOps that can be applied to the person. Okay, for example, developer. So developer's purpose is only to check the code, source code management. So that's why we are giving the source code management related options to developers. DevOps role is, so he can manage everything. Okay, he can manage everything. So we are giving the complete admin privileges to DevOps. If any person who belong to DevOps, so simply we are adding that person to DevOps role. Therefore, that all the permissions which are under DevOps role can be given to that corresponding persons. So it reduces the repetitive task of adding permissions to each and every user. So instead of adding the users, we are just creating the roles. Okay, so roles creation is one time. So once the roles are created, so depending on the person area, so just we are adding the person to the particular group. If the person belong to developer, so just we are adding that person to developer role. So whatever the permissions which are under developer, so those permissions will be applicable to the corresponding user. If the person belongs to DevOps, so then that corresponding person will be added to this role. Then all the permissions which are under DevOps can be applicable to the DevOps person. Okay, but that option is not visible here. So if any option is not visible, what we are doing? So we simply go to the manage plugins. We simply go to the manage Jenkins and manage plugins. Here you can install the option, that is role based authorization strategy. Here you can see the option. Based so see here role based authorization strategy. Just select this one, install without restart. So in the real time, this option is preferred because to reduce the repetitive task. The same options will be there. So go to the dashboard, now manage Jenkins. Here in the configure global security, here now you can see the option. So see role based strategy. So just select this one, apply and save. Now come back here. Here you are able to see one option called manage and assign roles. So this option is not previously available. This option is comes with whenever you enabled the role based strategy. Whenever you enable the role based strategy, then only that option is visible. So just select the option and apply and save. Now here you are able to see the manage and assign roles. Just select this one. So here assign roles. First create the roles. You need to create the roles, right? So first manage the roles. So here the default admin role is there, that will be given to the person, any person. So here you can see three types of roles. One is global roles, another one is item roles, third one is node roles. Okay, so global roles means if the role that is applicable to all projects, the role that is applicable to all projects. Item role means that is related to a simple project. So if any a specific project, the roles are that is applicable to only a specific project. And node roles means, so node is also called as a machine or instance. Okay, if only particular instances, okay, the users which are accessing the particular instances, only that particular users only can able to get the access. So that is node roles. So here role to add. So first I'm adding the developer role. I'm adding the developer role. So what is the function of developer? So developer function is, so just say they have the only SCM related tasks. So they only able to see this one. And if you want to give the read permissions, overall read you can give. That means developer can able to see what is happening there. Okay, so that is one role. And next one, tester. Tester is the other role. So just add this role. So here, what is a tester function? So tester can do, he can, you can give any option. So he can also job read. I'm giving the job read options. Okay, he should not create the job. He should not delete the job. Okay, he should not cancel the job. He should not build the job. Okay, so other than that, you can give any other. So you can view, because tester can also view. Okay, so next here for tester also I'm giving overall read permissions. Okay, next after tester I'm giving the DevOps. So for DevOps I'm giving, if you want to give an overall permissions you can give. You select this one, all permissions will be automatically assigned. Okay, or if you want to specific any roles you can give. Okay, now after the creation of these roles, okay, now the 3 roles are created. So developer has only the SCM read permissions and overall read permissions. Okay, he can SCM, so source code management permissions, as well as he has overall read permissions. Okay, he can only read what is happening. He cannot do anything. So tester also have the same thing, but DevOps has overall admin rights. So just select this one, all options. So he can perform all the tasks. Just to select this option. It's only one time setting, right? So if you add the users, multiple users, so this is a repetitive task. We need to select the options for each and every user. So that is a repetitive task. So instead of that, so it is best to create a role and assign the users to this particular roles. Okay. Now I have completed the this roles creation. So apply and save. Now here assign roles. Now click on the assign roles. Now here I have the user. Ravi is the user, so he has the admin privileges. Now I'm creating some more users so that you can give here in the manage users. Here create user. Here I'm giving, so say Raju. So he's a developer. Let us say Raju is a developer. Okay, I'm creating one more user. Say Ceci. So he's a tester. So now Ravi is a developer, Ceci is a tester. Okay, Ravi is admin. Ravi is admin. So Raju is a developer and Ceci is a tester. So now I want to assign the roles. Okay, so for that here I'm going into the manage Jenkins. Here manage and assign roles. Okay, here assign roles. Now here just add the user. So Ravi is overall admin. Okay, he has, so whatever the roles we have created, you can see it. He's a developer, DevOps, or tester. Okay, he can have overall admin rights. Okay, so here I'm creating what the user created, Raju. So Raju is developer. So just add the user. So Raju is developer. Okay, now I'm creating one more. I created one more user called Ceci. So Ceci is the tester. So let us assume Ravi is also DevOps. So now in this way, we can create the roles. Just go back and apply and save. So it is very easy, right? So instead of selecting multiple options, so the person who belong to which field is a developer, just simply check developer. Then whatever the roles which are there under developer, so all will be assigned to Raju. Okay, instead of selecting each and every user, so checking the permissions, that is a time taking. Okay, so just save and click. Now, for example, currently I'm logging with Ravi. So Ravi is admin now. So just I'm doing the logout. I'm trying to log in with Ceci. So Ceci don't have any permissions. He have only read permissions. So see here. So when the user log in with Ceci, so he cannot do anything. He cannot build the job. Just to see what he just to monitor. So what is happening there? Okay, he cannot do anything. Okay, so similarly, if I log in with Raju, he also don't have all the permissions. That's why he also just see what is happening here. He able to see only. So here, when I log in with the Ravi, so see Ravi has full permissions. For example, Ravi created a new job and he executed the job. Okay, he just built the job. So now I'm logging with the Ravi, Raju. Let us see whether he able to see the job that is built by the Ravi or not. So see, he not able to see everything because he don't have the permissions. He don't have the permissions to see what is happening there. So this is about the options in the real time, but mostly this part can be done by the experts of your team. So no need to worry about that one. Okay, so role-based strategy is a default one that is generally followed in the real time. And all these options are not necessary. So mostly we are preferring in the real time LDAP, that is a preferred strategy in the real time. And for authorization, role-based strategy is the followed. Okay, so now here I'm using the Jenkins own user database and save. Now coming to the rest of the options. Okay, so practice very carefully about this configure global security. Okay, because somewhat it is difficult to work with. So after this, so manage credentials. So hope you have seen. So if any logins are there, for example, Tomcat, we have some user and password is there, right, for Tomcat to login. So all the user details, username and password details, you can see here. You can manage here. Okay, that is there in the credentials part. Manage credentials. Next, configure credential providers. So this is also not required. They're not used in the real time. So manage users, just you have seen, okay, how to create the user and how to delete the user. So currently I'm logging with the Ravi. So that's why I can delete the Raju and Shashi, the other users, because Ravi has the admin rights. For example, if I log in with Raju, so he don't have that permissions. Okay, he don't have the permissions to delete the other users. Okay, he just see what is going happening around. Okay, so let us do one thing. Go to manage Jenkins, manage and assign roles, manage roles. So here I'm changing some things here for developer. So for job, they can read the job. Okay, I'm just giving the read options. That means he can only able to read the job. Okay, so for tester also I've given the read options. And giving the this option also. So let us take build option also. I'm giving to the developer. For tester, I'm just giving the configure. I'm just giving the job create option to the tester. Let us assume, for the sake of showing, I'm just showing here regarding the run. Okay, so I'm just giving few options. So view, here I'm giving the view options. Here, if you want to change any options, here no need to change for each and every. When you change the roles here, the roles will be automatically applied to all the users. So for now, I'm able to log in with Raju. See, Raju now able to see the job, but he cannot control the. He can build the job because I given the permissions to him, but he cannot delete the job. Okay, he cannot delete the job because for Raju is a developer. I had just given to make the build to start. Okay, so if I log in with Shashi, the user, so Shashi also can able to see the job, but he cannot build the job because I did not given the permissions to build the job to Shashi. because he's a tester, but he can change the configurations. He can change the configurations. Okay, so in this way we can give the roles and permissions to the users. He has the full permissions right now. Just manage Jenkins. Now this is about the managed users. So next, in process script approval. So here, if you have any script, okay, with you, so just here paste the script with you, and you need to submit this request. So for pending approvals, okay, you need to submit the this scripts that you are prepared, and you need to awaiting for the approvals only. So in that section we are using this one, but mostly this is not used in the real time. And so this is about security part. So hope you are seeing the security is very tight for Jenkins. Okay, so need to very careful while doing this practice about security things. And coming to the status information, so these two are normal as a formal information only. So system information, it will give the complete information of the system. So where you can see the environment variables, and here you can see the system properties. That means what is the type of OS and what is the executable path of Jenkins. Okay, so here you can see the complete system information. What is the OS version? What is the Java version? What is the date? What is the bit 32-bit system? So like that, you can see each and every OS related information and the package related information also. So here environment variables here. So these are the different default environment variables that are created while installation of Jenkins. Next, plugins. So see here, you can see the list of plugins that are installed in the Jenkins. Okay, so these are the plugins which are installed in the Jenkins with the default as well as after you install. So the version, and currently that plugin is available. Okay, and the memory usage. So see here, you can also see the memory usage. Okay, in previous it is very high. Now it is so this is used, and this is the total. So out of this total memory, so we are using this amount of memory. Okay, so thread dumps. So this part already explained in the Linux purpose. Generally in the real times we are getting two types of errors. Okay, types of errors. One is related to memory, other one related to the processor. So all the processor related errors are listed under a file called thread dump. All processor related errors are available or created under a file called thread dump. And all the memory related errors are placed under a file called as heap dump. Okay, all the memory related errors are placed under heap dump, and all processor related errors are placed under thread dump. So it's about thread dump and system information, system properties. Go back to manage Jenkins, and so system log. So here you can see the logs. Okay, all Jenkins logs. So from starting of the Jenkins, okay, so what are your activities? All the activities here you can see. So see, this is a today's activity, what I have performed. Okay, all the information here you can see in the logs. That is Jenkins logs. Next one, load statistics. So this option generally not used in the real time. About Jenkins, so this is gives the information about the Jenkins. So it will show the list of plugins, complete plugins. Okay, so what are the plugins which are available in the Jenkins? So list of not installed. Okay, the plugins which are not only installed, but all the plugins which are installed, here you can see. Okay, the information, description about the plugin, here you can see. Next one, troubleshooting. So manage old data. So this is very important. So for example, you are working on a Jenkins. Suddenly there is an upgrade for this Jenkins package will be there. So for that, the old packages will not work. So for that, what we need to do, we need to take the backup of the old jobs. So this is very important interview question. How do you do the backup of Jenkins? Okay, the very important interview question is how do you perform the backups in the Jenkins? For that, what you answer? So I perform the Jenkins job backup in this process like that. So what you need to say? Simply, I need to take the backup of jobs. So I already told you. So just to show the path. Lib Jenkins. This is the main path of installation. So if you do LL, so here you can see the name called workspace. Okay, currently I have only one job that is created. Currently in the Jenkins, I have only one job. That is new underscore job is there. So all the jobs that are created are available under one folder called workspace. Sudo lib the folder. Here if you see under this folder, you can see workspace is a folder is there. So just move into the folder workspace. Under this folder, you can see the option. So you can see the new job. Okay, you can see the option new job. So this new job will contain, if you move into this folder, you can see the complete information about the new job. Currently, this new job will don't have any files. That's why it is showing empty. But when you work with the real job, you can get the some files in this folder. So how do you take the backup of these jobs? So with the command of cp only. Okay, so just I'm copying this folder. Okay, sudo copy. So this new underscore job under slash home slash ec2 hyphen user. Okay. Sorry. Now what happened? So if you move into the home directory, just moving into the folder, because currently this new job don't have any files, right? That's why it is not copying. Okay. So in the real time, how you are doing the copy means how you are doing the backups of Jenkins means. So you need to answer like this. I'm just taking the backup of the existing jobs by using the copy file. Okay, I'm just using the copy command. Okay, for copying the existing jobs, and I store that jobs in other folder. Okay, like that you need to answer. So for that, we are using the manage old data. So when you click on this manage old data, so you need to upload. So currently there is no old data is there. If any old data is there, just need to revert that data. Okay, you can upgrade the Jenkins or you can downgrade the Jenkins. So depending on the requirement, that is you can manage here in the manage old data. That is the troubleshooting part. Next one, last option. So tools and actions. So here, so reload configuration from disk. So this is also the options which perform the same thing. Okay, if any backup file which is there in your local, so just upload the file. Okay, just upload the file, then that job will be okay loaded into the this Jenkins directory. So discard all loaded data in memory and reload everything from file system. So useful when you modify the config file directly on the disk. Okay, this is mainly useful for the jobs which are there in your local for uploading. Okay, so next Jenkins CLI. So if you are not getting the permissions to work with the Jenkins GUI like this, okay, if you want to work with the Jenkins CLI commands, Okay, it's a command line interface. So these are the commands that are used. Okay, in the real time, if you have Jenkins CLI option is there. Okay, all these are Jenkins commands. Okay, and next one, script console. So this is also the script. If you have any script that you have written, so just paste the script and run the script. Then that particular script will be run. That means if you want to execute, if you want to create a job, just write the script for that. Okay, if you want to delete the job, so just write the script for this. Okay, like that. You can write any script here and simply click on run. Then you can able to execute the scripts here from the script console and prepare for shutdown. So here prepare for shutdown means, so this option will not shut down the Jenkins, but what it is doing means in a single Jenkins, so we have multiple projects will be there. Okay, in a single Jenkins, we have multiple projects will be run, and each and every project, so and so users which are working on that part. Okay, if any, if for example, if the admin of the Jenkins want to restart the Jenkins, okay, so if he suddenly restart the Jenkins, what happened? The users which are working under the project will be gets affected because the builds may be, okay, the builds may be in progress, or some people may be about to start the job, and some people will be in the middle of the job, and some people will be at the end of the job. All will be get affected. So to make them, okay, as a information, to give the information to them, so what the admin can do, so just they will click on this one and he'll give the reason. So for updation or updating Jenkins, like that he will pass the information. So then what happened? So this type of label, okay, that will be appear on each and every project member who are logging into the Jenkins. So on the Jenkins dashboard, so this message will be appear to each and every people. So that what happened after seeing this machine, seeing this message, what happened? The people, okay, if they are in the middle of the project, they will inform, or if they'll save the work, whatever the work they are currently they are performing. Okay, they are saving the work, and okay, after that duration, so then that admin can do the updation part. Okay, like in such cases we are using this prepare for shutdown option. So this option is generally given by the admin only, so no other users can able to give this message. Okay, because admin has the right to do the shutdown process. Okay, so likewise, we are working with the manage Jenkins options. Okay, currently I'm just removing this part. So cancel shutdown. So this message will be disappeared. Now in this way, we are going to work with the options. So all our options are very easy to understand except this global security. So very, very careful about doing this. Hope you are clear about these options. Okay, just you understand about what is the meaning of each and every option, and be very careful while practicing this option. Okay, or if you don't want to work with, just leave this. It's not a big important. Okay, so from tomorrow onwards, I'll explain about actual topic, that is how we are doing the deployments using Jenkins. Okay, so today's topics and just I want to explain about what are the options which are there in the manage Jenkins. So that part is completed today. So tomorrow session I'll explain. So what is the actual topic? Okay, that means how we are doing the deployments in each and every part. So if you have any doubts in the today's session, you can ask me now.